What's the best possible way, Harriet, for you to show up so people really see who you are and not focus on how old you are?
Right, right. It is really difficult, and being on camera and on Zoom has made it even more challenging. Before we started today's program, we were having a chat about all the different lighting options you can purchase and so on, and what makes you look good and what doesn't, and so forth. So, in all seriousness, there are those kinds of techniques. There are filters. There are even on Zoom, but there's lighting and so on that can help you present your best self. The other, though, is practice. And oftentimes, when we are doing interview coaching, we will turn the cameras on and practice interviewing and also, just how one presents themselves. It's safe. We can call timeout. We can give feedback. We can adjust. I find myself right now, I think I'm looking into the camera, but I can barely see Tony and Mark out of my left eye on the side. If I look at Mark or look at Tony, all of a sudden I'm not making eye contact with the interviewer. So there are those tips and tidbits that make a difference. I also find that you are so reliant on your voice on camera, more so than when you're sitting face to face with someone. I'm sitting here holding my hands in my lap because I tend to talk with them. But the gestures I would normally use to connect with someone, they're not available to me when we're doing a virtual interview. So those are some of the other things, the pace of speech, the emphasis and what you put on words. You have to be animated. It feels like I'm acting sometimes on camera versus sitting face to face with someone, but it's how it's necessary for my connection and personality to really come through when I don't have the advantage of sitting with someone.
Mark, what do we do about that interview process?
Yeah, I have a few reactions. First, I think as Harriet pointed out, be the best authentic self you could come across. So eventually they're going to see you in person, unless your job is always going to be virtual. Someday they're going to see you. So showing up well, all the voice, the background, the camera, all that. I would focus now in on how you present yourself verbally, playing a bit off of what Harry was talking about. It seems like the more experience we get, the longer our stories might be. So the advice I give the people I'm working with, be brief, be brilliant, be gone. Be real clear on your message, deliver it in a way that's memorable, crisp, and really go, wow. So at first glance, they may look at you and go, gosh, this person is whatever of age, older, thought, does it fit or not? But speak to the questions, show your brilliance, do that in the way you articulate. So that's one reaction. Show up your authentic self, focus on crisp clarity, brief, brilliant. The second thing, if I am turning somebody off so much from my age, don't walk, run. That's not the place for you. Okay? Don't waste your time. They don't deserve you. So I would not try to turn around somebody that gave me such a strong reaction if they are in fact who I'm going to be working with. Okay? So if you've done your best to show up, you're doing the things you should do, expressing yourself, you align with what they're looking for, and for whatever reason you don't fit the age profile, their loss, your gain. Feel very strongly about that. Better targeting.